Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Warriors make Stephen Curry move amid injury concern. The Golden State Warriors are rolling. On Saturday night, they extended their winning streak to 7 games with a 97-94 victory over the New York Knicks, moving to 15-1 with Jimmy Butler in the active lineup. This Warriors team has clearly been rejuvenated, although this hot streak of theirs might be exacting some physical toll that is already catching up to them heading into their Monday night clash against the Denver Nuggets. According to Ohm Youngmisuk of ESPN, the Warriors have listed star man Stephen Curry as questionable for their impending Nuggets matchup due to a back injury that they're classifying as a right low back strain. Youngmisuk pointed out that Curry had been using a heat pack at times on the bench, presumably to reduce the pain he's feeling on his back. With the Warriors looking to keep their hot streak going, it's not quite clear how much urgency there will be for the team to get Curry to suit up tomorrow night. There is a chance he could get the night off, although with the Minnesota Timberwolves breathing down their neck for the 6th spot in the West standings, every game matters right now for the Dubs. Curry last missed a game on January 28 in an 11-point win for the Warriors over the Utah Jazz. Suffice to say, the Nuggets are a much better team than the Jazz, and the Dubs will need Curry's services to overcome the team led by Nikola Jokic, a squad that's raring to redeem itself after tripping up on a banana peel against the Washington Wizards on Saturday night. The 37-year-old star guard has dealt with knee issues earlier this season, so at the very least, it's a good sign that Curry isn't going through the injury that was plaguing him a few months back. Coming off an outing in which he recorded 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, Stephen Curry's absence will be huge for the Warriors if he does end up needing to miss time while dealing with a back injury. Perhaps it would be Buddy Hield who'd step into the starting lineup if Curry misses tomorrow night's contest, while Gary Payton II, who is in the middle of a hot streak, and Jonathan Kuminga will be tasked to step into bigger roles. Jimmy Butler will have to handle the bulk of the scoring and playmaking workload in the event of Curry's absence. Leaked audio of fierce exchange between Draymond Green and Karl-Anthony Towns shows their aggression. Draymond Green and Karl-Anthony Towns' recent beef played out on the court with some fierce verbal exchanges between the Warriors and Knicks stars. The New York Knicks fell to a 94-97 loss to the Golden State Warriors on the road on Saturday, as Golden State continues tearing through opponents in the Jimmy Butler era. That matchup wound up being about 2 other players, as Karl-Anthony Towns and Draymond Green met on the court after a few controversial comments from Green in recent weeks. During the game, Towns and Green kept jawing, with leaked audio showing how the two were aggressively sniping at each other. This was a great game for Towns, who tried sending Draymond a message with his 29 points, 12-31 FG, and 12 rebounds. Draymond had a muted 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, but he did his part in ensuring the Warriors picked up the win. He spoke on Towns after the game, praising the Knicks center for the physicality he played with, seemingly giving a backhanded compliment. It was good to see KAT show up and play like that. He played hard, played well. He was physical. Probably the most physical I've ever seen him. Had a little extra motivation, so that made the game really fun. That was great. Draymond is continuing to get under Towns' skin, especially with the pair likely not facing off again this season unless they meet in the NBA Finals. That looks unlikely from both sides, but it's clear this is a real rivalry between the two frontcourt stars. This tension between Green and Towns started after Green erroneously said on his podcast that Towns missed the Knicks game against the Warriors because he was ducking Jimmy Butler after their shared history on the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves didn't have KAT, and some would say he didn't play because Jimmy, Butler, was in the building. I saw KAT's pops yesterday at the game and it's always love. I got mad love for the OG. Yeah, but they said, Karl-Anthony Towns ain't play because Jimmy came into town, and you know him and Jimmy had the infamous practice in Minnesota. Maybe that's a thing. This turned out to be not only wrong but also incredibly insensitive. Towns had taken a personal day to be with his family, who were at a funeral for a close friend. Naturally, Draymond issued an apology after learning the truth, although it seemed a little disingenuous. "Oh man, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. What I heard was what I heard. I send well wishes to him and his family. We all experience death in one way or another, and will experience it in the same way one day. So it's unfortunate. I never wish that on anybody. But the Draymond Green show must go on. I wish him and their family well. We all go through that, and it's never easy for anyone." Towns is choosing to move on, letting his performances do the talking. He's averaging 24.3 points and 13.1 rebounds this season, hoping to help the Knicks retain the number 3 seed despite Jalen Brunson's current absence. Magic Johnson sends clear message to Steph Curry after making NBA history. The Golden State Warriors continued to their hot streak on Saturday night, improving to 39-28 on the season after grinding out a hard-fought win against the New York Knicks on their home floor. Curry, who was just a day removed from his 37th birthday, led the way with 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, while knocking down 4 three-pointers, which have now added to the historic milestone he reached in the game prior, as he became the first player in NBA history to reach 4,000 made three-pointers, further solidifying himself as the greatest shooter of all time. Despite being a few days later, NBA Hall of Famer and one of the greatest point guards of all time Magic Johnson sent a clear message to Curry on his major accomplishment. "I want to congratulate Steph Curry on becoming the only player in NBA history to make 4,000 threes," Johnson posted. The comparison between Stephen Curry and Magic Johnson has only grown stronger over the years as Curry continues to solidify his legacy as one of the greatest point guards and players in NBA history. While Johnson is widely considered the greatest point guard of all time, Curry has certainly earned a place in that conversation with his ongoing brilliance. Despite the Warriors' early season struggles, their fortunes have drastically improved since acquiring Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline. They've won 14 of their last 16 games and are currently on a 7-game winning streak. Now, sitting at number 6 in the Western Conference with just 15 games remaining, the Warriors are in a good spot as they look to remain out of the play-in tournament. And you, fan? What do you think about Magic Johnson's situation? Write to us in the comments.